Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London and the inevitable. You may have seen on Instagram from this man's Instagram, who definitely jumped the gun on the announcement.
Mate, I can't help it.
You got excited?
Yeah, you know not to tell me something.
What, like delivering a car 2 days before I'm coming up here to film a video?
You know how fast I work? I'm like, right, I've got this car, I want to sell it.
Yeah.
You're like, no, wait till Wednesday. I'm like, but that's 48 hours, I can sell it in 48 hours.
That is true. And also the reason why this car is here.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sad news is that the LP640 won't be featuring on my channel because it is here at Tom Hartley Cars in the great hands of Car Hartley to sell. Oh my God! After 2 and nearly a half years of ownership, this is the longest standing supercar on my channel ever.
Yeah. Good.
So I feel like I've done the ownership well.
Time has come.
I've ticked the box on many levels, and in this video we're going to get into all of the depths of why I'm selling it, why I'm excited about seeing the back of it, what we're going to do together in the hope to try and sell it. But here it is on the world famous stage. Actually no, the lake is the world famous stage.
Yes.
This is the second most famous stage.
Second most famous stage.
With some pretty cool cars in the background. But here we are. My LP640 is for sale with Car Hartley. And it arrived here 2 days ago.
2 days ago, as soon as it come off the truck.
You heard it?
Yeah. It is loud.
Yeah, it's really
It's
loud.
like the first message I sent you was, what exhaust is on this? But you know, we have really done absolutely nothing to it. We haven't even cleaned it. It came so clean.
Yeah.
The car is absolutely, I mean, the paintwork is, I hope it reflects well on the camera.
I'll do my best.
The paintwork is literally mirror finish, and for a flat black car, that's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Because you can almost look at a flat black car and it will scratch. You know?
So Barkaways hated the project because of that. NVN, who PPF'd the car, also hated it because it literally doesn't even take you to touch the car to scratch it. It's like the air and dust can scratch a flat back car.
I swear to God, you could look at it hard enough and
it would scratch.
Yeah. I've got a speciality downstairs which is flat black. It's the same.
Yeah.
Literally, my guy spent 4 days buffing it. Pulled it in the showroom from the valet bay into the showroom. When it come in, it needed buffing again.
Well, this is PPF, so you don't have to worry about that. You are literally going to be cleaning the plastic. But you love V12. One of the reasons why I'm excited for it to be here is you've basically sold the only 2 LP640s that have sold this year, a Roadster and a grey car.
Yep.
So I feel like this is in the ultimate hands, and you love V12 Lambos as well. So there's nothing better than when you've got a customer wanting to buy this car, you've got someone that loves the product to be able to sell it because you know it so well. You've owned one.
Well, exactly. I've always had a love for Murcielagos. I think we've touched on this on different videos.
Yeah.
I've always had a love for Murcielagos. This is a modern classic. It's a car that is no longer depreciating. In fact, in the last 5 years, how they've appreciated is amazing. And they're only going to continue to go the same way. What a lot of people don't understand about LP640s is the low number of them. They're really, I mean,
the coupes in particular and Roadsters, I mean, both of them are so rare. I did do numbers, and it's annoying that you brought this up and not told me about this before we started to film, because I've got the numbers for coupes, but it is literally like in between 2007 and 2009, 60 right-hand drive coupes were built or something.
But that's when cars were low numbered.
Yeah.
You know, now a Ventador SVJ is one of 900 Roadster, one of 900 coupes.
Yeah.
You know, add another 50% if you want.
Yeah.
And but these are, I mean, I bought a Murcielago SV, a UK car, an orange one, a few years ago. 3 years ago?
No, there's 3 in the UK.
Well, there was 9 ever delivered to the UK.
There's now only 3.
Yeah, I can't believe there was only 9 delivered in the UK. I mean, it's 9. I've got actually a question that I think everyone has commented on your page, and I don't know if you've got back to them yet.
I literally posted it because you posted it, and then I had to carry on filming and editing, so like, I let it go and then I left it.
Why are you selling it?
Yeah, good
Because
question.
I know this is your childhood dream car.
It really is.
This was your poster car.
Yeah.
This car is the reason that really you do what you do.
Absolutely.
Is because of this car.
The first ever video I uploaded to Supercars in London was an LP640 in London.
Yeah.
Dream car, to be able to own my dream car, I think is a really, I'd say I'm like quite proud of being able to own it, of all of the work that I've done. It came at the right time, I bit the bullet, I did it, I was so happy. And over the 2 years, every single time I've got in it, it's made my heart race, it's made my palms sweaty, it's made my back sweaty, and I've loved it. But when I actually bought this car, I sent a tweet out, which was, do I spend all of my money on my dream car and own it? Or split that money up into a number of different projects, have a cheaper supercar, have a modified project car, and have something that I can maybe like rebuild. And there was a really mixed reaction. A lot of people said, get your dream car done out of the way, sell it and move on. Other people were saying, get a cheap car, get a cheap Gallardo and supercharge it, and then get a BMW M3 and Liberty Walk it, and get a Nissan GTR and make it 1500 brake horsepower. So I feel like I've ticked this box. And I actually tried to sell this at the beginning of this year. I had a deal done where I was part exchanging this for an Aventador S.
Which I told you not to do.
Which you told me not to do, and I haven't told anyone on my channel.
Okay.
But I'd actually agreed.
Only because that car was too high mileage.
Yes, it was, but it was perfect for the amount of road trips that I had planned this year. But then obviously COVID hit, lockdown hit. I thought it was financially irresponsible for me to get myself into a finance agreement on something that was more expensive than this, when we really didn't know what was going to happen to 2020 with COVID. So I backed out of the Aventador S, therefore kept hold of this. It's now come into the winter, and I think now is the perfect time to sell this. Knowing what my plans look like for 2021, it is now time to add to the garage with the Nissan GTR. That's going to get transformed, have a few modifications done to it. I'm going to start buying different cars, going on different road trips, and basically have fun, because this is essentially business asset for my YouTube channel. I feel like I've told the story, I've ticked the box, I'm so happy that I've owned it, and maybe one day in the future I can come back and rebuy it, but right now, in my current position in my life, it's time for it to go.
You bought this car when?
I bought this car in August/September 2018, in white, because it had been resprayed. It originally came from Lamborghini in this colour.
In black.
The customer who owned it in Singapore sprayed it white because he had an all-white collection. So I bought it white. I immediately changed the clutch and the release bearing, which
standard.
If you know anything about Murcielagos, when you change the clutch, do the release bearing at the same time. Because if you do the release bearing separately, it's still engine and gearbox.
Did they even give you an opportunity to do them separately? Because I never normally get that. Lambo just say, "Oh, we've done the clutch and the release bearing."
Yeah. So that got changed.
And that got changed. How many miles ago would you say?
About 2,000.
2,000 miles ago. So the clutch and the release bearing is 2,000 miles.
Yeah, and they read really well on the health reports that we got from Lamborghini, because it was at HRO in a couple of months ago getting full major service, which was more expensive than I thought.
Someone's got to bear
Exactly, but the good thing is, it's been serviced.
Yeah.
You told me that it needed to get done before you had it here.
Yeah.
So I got the service done. Then, once I took the wrap off, because I wrapped it in grey, the lacquer came off with it. So what had happened on the original white paint job was that they had let the whole paint set before they lacquered the car. So the lacquer and the paint didn't bond. So when we took the wrap off, the lacquer came too. So that's where the paint project and build restoration came from. So I went to Barkaways, who are Ferrari and Lamborghini paint specialists. They have, just completely smashed it out of the park.
It's amazing.
SB Race Engineering rebuilt it with the help of Euro spares, so it's all official OEM Lamborghini parts, nuts and bolts. Everything has been put back as it would on the production line. So it's almost better.
I was going to say, it's put back better. I remember having these cars in 2008, 2007, and the shots were dreadful. I mean, new cars. The shots were dreadful. But it's sort of added to the character.
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's a hand-built Lambo.
But this is it doesn't differentiate from new.
That's the coolest thing. And when I bought this car, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring it back, and I've said it in numerous videos, I wanted to bring it back so that it felt like it had just rolled off the production.
Did it have different wheels on it at one point?
It did. It was the original Murcielago Roadster wheels.
Yeah.
So the older version.
Hercules.
These are the
Himeras,
which are the LP640 launch colour wheel. And then,
which we talked about, and we both agreed that they're an LP640.
Exactly. They work better. And then it got PPF by MVN, so it had the ultimate stage 3 detail, stage 2 detail, I can't quite remember, and then full PPF. Always well maintained. It's had 2 problems in the time that I've owned it. One was a fuel injector pump, which was like £90. I could not believe how cheap it was. When the engine light came on, I was like, oh my god, this is it. This is the moment that this car bankrupts me. And then the other thing was a coolant hose, which happened in Scotland. So it was like the tiniest little break, which SB have fixed in the car, is as good as new. I actually think it's too nice for me to look after. I feel like this is in its best form.
And it is.
That someone else can come and buy it ready-made to go and drive or get put into a collection, because the mileage is good enough to get put into the collection. It's just done around 18,000, but it's also enough for you to just go out and actually enjoy the car.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I do feel like I'm selling the car, but that's the whole point of it being here for sale, and hopefully.
And if anyone is interested in this car,
no, it is not.
Please look on our web, which is www.tomhartley.com, or give us a call, speak to me, I'll talk you through it. It's got great history, great service history. It's absolutely out the box. Mechanically, it's fantastic. It sounds amazing. Interior's great. Exterior bodywork, and it's full PPF.
Yeah, full PPF.
It's full PPF.
Yeah, just not that bit you touch.
There you go, guys.
No, I tell you what as well that I think is quite cool is the entire history of at least the last 2 years of its ownership is all online. So there's no
question marks,
hidden worries that there might be on some of the cars that are online. But this, to me, has been my baby. I've looked after it better than I've ever looked after a car that I've owned. And to see it here in the surroundings of all of this stuff, it's the perfect place.
Good.
Now, I am here for a number of videos. So even though this video is going out when it's going out,
which is when?
Right
now, you're watching it.
We are obviously shooting more than one video, and you might be able to see some of the cars in the background. Stay tuned for the videos to come from Carl Hartley, Tom Hartley.
The next video is Paul drifting the Huayra.
All I just need to do is sign that waiver that says it's a £500,000 excess if something goes wrong. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this insight into my car and into the fact that it is for sale here. And thank you for all of your support on this car over the journey of ownership, because it has been an absolute dream come true. But the final drive was the Scotland trip. So that was it on the North Coast 500. I will see you soon, guys. Take care. Head into the link in the description, and I will see you very soon for the next video.